What's up, everybody? You are watching Nerdy Couch. I am here with my good friend and co-host, Rob Lee.
How's everyone doing?
Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, that little bell thing. Ring it hard so that you don't miss any content, guys. Thank you all for being here. Rob, what do we got going on today?
We have got number 17.
Number 17, baby.
Something is killing those darn children.
What's killing the children?
Something.
We know.
Monsters.
We know.
Critters.
Something is killing the children. Number 17, guys. Let's get right into it. Let's not hold off. Guys, my apologies. I just burped. Good start to a show, eh?
That is not in the script.
Not in the script at all.
Guys,
watching. Before we start, a little bit of a content warning. A little bit of blood, a little bit of gore, a little bit of language. Don't want you guys to be shocked by that. So you've been warned. Also, spoiler warning, guys.
Oh, yeah.
These are fairly new books. And if you haven't seen them yet, go read them and catch us on the flip side. Catch us on the rerun. Because we don't want to spoil anything for you guys. Really great book. Recommend it. Share it to your friends. And, get them into this because it's such a cool book.
It is.
But yeah, we don't want to spoil anything. So let's get right into it. This is the cover. Out of all the covers, this is not the most fascinating cover for me. It does have Aaron, Jessica, and Erica on it. What more do we need?
Does set a bit of a mood there because
it does.
You can tell Erica's the new one. She's not sure what to expect. She's kind of hiding there.
Yeah. The glow in the dark cover, which I should have had a picture of, was fantastic though. But check out our thumbnail to see a little bit of a picture of that. Anyway. Let's move right on into the book, guys. We don't want to waste anybody's time. Take it away, Rob.
All right, from Boom Studios. Something's killing the children. Yeah, so cover pretty self-explanatory there. Little Erica is brand new to the House of St. George, the House of Slaughter, the Order of St. George. So we see that lovely picture of St. George slaying a dragon here.
Erica what a cool picture behind there.
I know. Erica's got her solid black mask on. She's got that backpack that we saw in the first arc.
Yep.
And her little Tupperware is growling at her. Because, of course, Octavio, it's Octavio, right?
I believe so.
Is in there, the octopus. So she's quite concerned that this thing's still growling at her. She hears a voice saying, "Hey, they're shouting in there." She says, "I can hear them." And there's Aaron, also with his plain black mask. He has not even been initiated yet, I guess.
Hasn't earned his colors.
Mm-hmm. So as he explains, no one seems to be really happy that Erica is there, that she's been dragged in just on a whim. So as we know, that was a good choice. So she said, she wasn't supposed to recruit you. There's a whole process to this. And so Erica says, that's what they're shouting about. Dude, I can hear them right outside the door.
Other room just shouting.
Like you're supposed to pass some tests before you come to the House of Slaughter. And we know that Erica she's smart, but she's not, she doesn't like school. She doesn't like tests.
She's a little girl. What little girl likes tests?
Exactly. He says, I don't think anybody likes tests. That's not the point. They're not there for you to like. They're there to prove that you're good enough.
Oh, she is.
Everyone else in this house, they were good enough to pass the test and get in. You know, you were just brought in here. I don't appreciate you being here. So Erica says, just leave me alone. Because she does not like him, as you can see in that last panel there.
I love that panel.
If they let you stay, it's only because Jessica felt sorry for you.
Yeah.
And
that panel with those eyes is one of my favorite panels.
Because we know Erica has got a little bit of attitude.
She's got a sneak bit of attitude.
So all of a sudden you hear a scream through the halls. Jessica and
Cecilia
come busting in.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I got a name right. That felt good.
That was good. She kicked me in the balls. So of course Jessica's like, this girl's got spunk. Oh, for the love of God. So Erica seems to sense that there's someone there, so she looks in and she sees the dragon.
The old dragon.
Behind his desk. And quickly the door gets closed. So she can't peek in there. She can't see that yet.
She's not pretty.
But you said, no, you said I could bully him. Just, yeah, but in a good way, in a fun way. Oh, okay. Because once she found out Aaron was one of the bullies that Jessica warned her about.
Bully them like friends bully each other, right?
But of course, she took it a little bit further. So both of you, follow me back to our room.
I can think of a few friends that I'd like to do that to.
Oh yeah. But Aaron does not want to go anywhere with her because she's not a very nice person. Whoa. So Jessica says, cut it out, Aaron. I'm not in the mood. And Cecilia comes over. You know, the car will be ready at 6 a.m. tomorrow to take her to the farm.
The farm. That sounds ominous.
It does not sound ominous. And Jessica's not too thrilled about that. Even though she knows the process, she's like, yeah.
She's worried.
But, you know, why do we have to do this? I've seen what she can do. I'm bringing her in. We don't have to do that.
That should be enough.
Farm nonsense. So something is killing the children. So we get led into this big room here. A lot of people in there. We've got some red masks there. We've got
a couple of white masks.
So it seems to be some sort of cafeteria. There's tables. They go by a library. There's another blue mask there. Computer room. There's some white masks in the hall there. The white masks seem to look a little bit super confident. I think they are the top tier, like what is the Harry Potter Gryffindor of this House of Slaughter.
The black masks seem to be like low in numbers.
They do.
You know? At this present time, at least.
So we get to a door called the Black Room. Open it up, and there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them.
I don't think that's the Black Room. I think they're wearing white masks.
Oh, they are wearing white masks. What are the white masks doing in the Black Room? He asked.
It's not the Black Room, silly.
It says Black Room right on that door.
All right, it really does say Black Room, so you're right.
So there's
continuity error.
That might be, or it might be the opposite door. I'm not sure. Maybe she's on the other side of the hall. Let's carry on. So we got a nice little room here. We got some chairs. We got a blazing fire there. Someone's big portrait hanging over it. We don't know who that is. There's a wheelchair in the corner. I wonder who that is. Maybe we'll be introduced to a new character. So this is our safe room. You can take your mask off in here. It's our sanctuary in the House of Slaughter. The only people with the key to the door are the people in our branch of the family.
Yeah,
So
all
the
the
black masks. So no matter how bad it gets out there, you can come in here and take a time out, take a breather.
That's a relief.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In this line of work, absolutely. So Erica still seems a little bit unsure here. She's looking around this big room, and Aaron says, "So what about me? It's also supposed to be my sanctuary, and you've brought in the enemy. Keep talking like that, and I'll let her kick you again."
Rob, what are you making beep?
Is something beeping there?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Carry on. Maybe it's me.
So Aaron is not too happy about that. All right, what is going on here? Where's my volume control? Good
Yeah.
Lord.
You're a beeper.
Oh.
Rob,
How
you
can we
just
help
ruined.
You can't.
You ruined 30 million hours of preparation for this show.
Probably. Nothing's going on. Oh, there we go. No,
Don't worry about it too much.
Yeah. Edit this part out.
Yeah. This is live, bro. There's no such thing.
Technical difficulties. Sorry.
We've got
So
Liddell, my good friend. There is a beep. And we are fully aware of it. Where it's coming from, who knows? There it is again.
We do not know. Yeah.
Who knows where it's coming from?
Let me close some things here. Maybe that'll help. All right.
Something's got to kill it, though.
Yeah, something's got to kill that.
Damn.
Send it in the house.
In the house of slaughter, we don't accept no beeps.
Yeah, it's never done that before. I'm not sure.
It's still doing it. Oh my god. Oh god.
Let me get rid
Ruin
of this.
it.
Okay, here we go. Beep free. So
Yeah,
Erica just watched.
It adds to the suspense of the black room.
All right, let's get
it adds to my frustration.
Yes. Okay, that should be it.
All right.
Everything's closed except for us alone in this room.
If it happens again, it must be me then, right?
God. It must be.
Let me figure something. Okay, you carry on. I'm gonna see if it's me. It can't be me.
I've got nothing else open.
Yeah, carry on. I'll figure my stuff out.
All right.
Maybe I've got like something else open.
So Jessica comes up behind Aaron here and says, Erica just watched her parents and her best friend get killed yesterday. You know what she's going to have? She's going to have to go through tomorrow. Could we just dial things down a couple of notches? And he realizes, okay, yeah, it's a lot to go through. He says, yeah, okay. And Erica has overheard this little conversation. She goes, what do I have to go through tomorrow? With her now wide and surprised eyes. To which she says, we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, that beep is driving me nuts.
Over to you, BB.
Let me share my screen here. I closed everything because the dreadful beep. So we now meet this character named Adelaide. It says, hey, Adelaide, we've got a new member in the family. This is Erica. Erica, meet Adelaide. She trained me and Cecilia to fight monsters back when Cecilia was in the Black Masks. So Cecilia was a black mask.
Yeah, I found that really interesting.
So I don't know whether you're in you're in the Black Mask, and then maybe you go on and you are the leader of your own crew, and then you take on a new color, maybe, is what I take from it. Back in the day, she was unstoppable. Okay, they called her it was Addie Slayer, was her name, or Addie Slayer Slaughter, but she slayed. All right, she was my hero, and I'll tell you all the stories sometime. And then Adelaide kind of seems a little upset about that because Erica notices that she's crying, and she says, Jessica says, "Well, not all the stories are good, right?"
And you can tell by her face she has seen some stuff.
She's seen some poop.
She's a bit traumatized, or maybe just when you get to that age, that's all that's in her mind.
Yeah,
she doesn't know anything else.
Jessica whispers in her ear and says, "I promise I won't tell her anything about anything bad to her. She won't tell her any of the bad stories. So all of the heroic stories and the good stories, none of the shit, none of the it's gonna scare the girl to death, She says, "Okay, sit down here. We got to talk about the initiation." The initiation, Erica says. She goes, "Yeah. Okay, so the biggest secrets in the world, or the biggest secret in the world, monsters are real, okay? And they hunt and eat children, okay? And you also know the second biggest secret in the world is that there's people out there to fight those monsters so that no children can be harmed, right? We call ourselves the Order of the St. George, after the stories of St. George and the dragons. Do you know that story?" Erica doesn't know that story.
No.
So we're gonna learn a little history here. Okay? So basically, a long time ago, there was this old town, and it was being attacked by a dragon. All right? And they had to keep feeding the dragon their children in order to appease the dragon. It was an offering. And, the ultimate leader of the town eventually had to offer up his own daughters to be eaten so that the town could be protected. But then St. George showed up. Dun, 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 dun! And he stopped the dragon, and he binds it to his will. He takes the dragon to the town and makes them all swear an oath to God. And once they do, he kills the dragon once and for all. All right, so that version of the story, that's the version of the story people outside tell people, okay? That's what they tell you in the churches and stuff. But we know where the order all started, okay? He taught people in the town how to fight back against the monsters. So he was their trainer. So you have to promise you're going to keep our secret. No matter how scared you are, you can't reveal the truth. So this is one of the first things, is that she has to swear an oath. And the oath we're made to swear was an oath to keep the means of killing monsters and the existence of monsters secret from the world. So they have to work in the dark so that the world doesn't know about the monsters. If you want to be in the order, you need to swear the oath. She says, "I promise I won't tell anyone." She's sincere. She said, "I wish it were that simple." Erica says, "What are they going to do?" Jessica replies with, "Well, they're going to try to make you very, very scared. And they're going to try to make you talk. but you need to not talk. You need to keep the secret. I can't really tell you more than that, because that would be wrong. Okay, they would kick my butt for it. She says, "Is it gonna hurt?" Yeah, it's gonna hurt. And if you survive, you're gonna be marked as an initiate. So she's gonna be marked with a tattoo that marks her as one of them. That's gonna hurt too, she says. Erica says, where am I going to get the tattoo? You can get it anywhere you want, really. That's actually pretty kind.
It is.
You know, they could have specified that you got to get it somewhere specific, right?
Like Aaron, right on his hand so everybody could see it.
Yeah. Erica asks if Jessica has one. And she's like, yeah, it's on my arm. She shows it to her. And it's this dragon with some lines through it. Chopsticks or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. She's like, cool. That's a cool tattoo, man. She's like, I want you to rest now. Erica says, I slept in the car. All right. She's like, I know you slept in the car, but a lot has happened to you, and there's a lot more about to happen to you. So I need you to rest, okay? She says, you'll have a room of your own here soon, but for now, you're going to sleep with me. You're going to sleep in my room so that you're nice and protected. She's like, do you have any DVDs, Erica says? She's just a little kid. She just wants to watch some movies, some cartoons. She's like, yeah, and I got some good ones, too. She's got all the good DVDs. This is back in the time of DVDs, guys.
And you can see Jessica's shedding a little tear there. She's quite concerned.
She's a little emotional. You don't see her tearing up too often in these comments. So, you know. Did I miss something?
I don't think so.
Okay, so she's gonna go. She takes Octavius or whatever his name is, the octopus, takes him out of the Tupperware, and she's gonna put him on the mantle, and so that they can talk together. And you'll notice that there's some other stuffed animals here. The rabbit is Jessica's.
Mm-hmm.
She calls her Thumper, like in Bambi. What a cute little rabbit. I wonder what sort of monster lies inside.
Mm-hmm.
The owl belongs to Aaron. He's Hootie. And the blowfish. And the dog is Adelaide's, and its name is Whuppy Puppy.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Good old Whuppy Puppy. Says, it looks like there's some more room up there. Like, yeah, well, our branch of the family is a little weird, but you've got enough chew on that already. All right. Mm-hmm. So I'm not certain if she's implying that there's more of them or not, but it seems like they're a little bit thinned out right now.
Yeah.
So she takes the octopus out, and it's gurring and it's growling. It's not happy to be locked away in a little Tupperware. He says, "Can I keep him in the Tupperware?" He's much safer in there. She says, "No, sorry. We got to put him up on the shelf with the rest,
so they can converse."
And then we pop over to a scene where Cecilia and Jessica are in a bar. So they've put Erica to bed and are now talking in the bar.
Yeah, so the voice who I imagine is Cecilia saying is irresponsible. And sure enough, it was, because Jessica says you're irresponsible.
I love that response. Why? It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so irresponsible. It's childish.
She says, that's not true. You just wish it were. So I think these two have quite the history that
Well, she
maybe
trained
we'll
her.
see in a future arc, which I would enjoy. So you agree? You think I should have killed a 12-year-old girl? And this is where Cecilia gets a little bit, keep it down, man. We're in a public place. Like, Cecilia usually doesn't care about what people think. Because you told me you wanted me to expand my branch of the family. I'm doing it. And of course, Cecilia doesn't like the way she's done it. You're supposed to do it the normal way, the usual way. I did that once, she says. Yeah. Did that once. And she says, and Aaron is a fine young member of our order.
Seems that way. He's not.
He's not. He's
a
crybaby. He spends most of his time in his room crying. Then he beats himself up for crying.
Then the other kids beat him up.
Then he gets beat up by your kids. So the white mask seem to be the
alphas.
The prominent family or prominent branch of the family. They're all the bullies. It'll toughen him up. He's getting beat up. It worked on you. Yeah, I guess. So I guess when Cecilia was in the Black Mass, she trained Jessica to take over her spot when she jumped over to the White Mass. So how bad was the scene, she says? There was a little girl ripped in half, another one who wasn't.
Well, it's just there was a little girl. She was all over the place. Not much.
It's just, I couldn't kill the one that wasn't. Couldn't live with myself. Can't just kill an innocent who just watched her family die. She was, you're a mess. She was, yeah. And then she starts crying again. She starts crying. She's gonna die tomorrow, isn't she? It's gonna rip her to pieces.
Yeah, that's the phrase that I thought about, is that little word, it's gonna rip her to pieces. And I've got a little theory about that, because obviously we haven't read as much as people wanted me to.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dell. I didn't read ahead, so I don't know what's coming up, but I have a feeling that maybe it's going to be Erica's own monster, that she has to confront again. But that's just confront. Well, she already killed it.
Yeah.
So, that's just one thing. I'm not sure. I'm probably wrong, but
definitely some sort of entity she's got to go up against.
Yeah, it's going to be a monster of some sort, and I think it's going to be her monster.
Or maybe the dragon's monster.
Maybe, who knows?
So Cecilia is quite emotionless here. Yeah, most likely. She's going to die. You brought her in here. You did it. It's not on me.
Yeah.
And Jessica is needing a bit more beer to...
I'm going to get drunk.
Calm herself down.
Because that's what you do.
So back to the House of Slaughter here. Erica has got her mask back on, and she's hugging this octopus. Oh, no. I think this is a complete flashback.
That's a flashback, definitely.
Yeah, I thought that was a mask she was wearing. I think it's just a shadow. She is back at having a refresh of the scene in her mind of this monster eating her friend,
hugging that octopus tightly,
which, as you see there, has the two eyes.
Yeah, so I never noticed that.
What I'm wondering is her entity, her creature, has one eye. So the stuffed animal has one eye. So I think that has something to do with when it got put in there. It has to be a representation of...
I don't know. I never really put anything like that together.
I'm sure we will find it.
We're going to do some coding here real quick.
Okay, we are. So all of a sudden, we hear a voice, "Girls, we're home. Who wants to order pizza?" And
Which, generally
girls.
speaking, you'd be happy to hear.
So her parents have just come home. Her friend has just been eaten. She's next. But mom serves up quite the distraction for the monster, and she sees a little dead girl. She screams, "Mark, call the police. Erica, where are you?" And she gets cut in half by this monster. She can't see it because she's an adult. There's something in the kitchen. Why can't I see anything? And her mother's now dead.
She wakes up abruptly.
Yes, very abruptly. quite the nightmare. And finds Aaron sitting at the end of her bed.
Creep.
Are you awake? I guess. You were having a nightmare about the monster. And I guess Aaron is getting used to the fact that Erica is now here and is going to go through these trials after Jessica reminded him, what she's going to go through tomorrow. You might want to be a bit nicer.
He's been through it, right? So he kind of understands.
So he says, it's cool that you almost killed it by yourself. Jessica told me. And gives her a little bit of a hint tomorrow. Some of it's going to be real. Some of it's going to be in your mind. The monster feeds on your fear. If you don't let yourself get too afraid, it won't get strong enough to hurt you that bad.
Okay, so now we know it's a monster she'll be facing.
Definitely going up against a monster.
And I still think it's going to be her monster.
And she's quite wide-eyed there. Is this what I got to go up against? I got to deal with this again? Sorry about your parents and your friend. And I'm sorry I was rude.
Sorry I kicked you in the nuts.
Yeah, it's okay. I got you back. He says, "Don't die, okay? I don't have any siblings around here. All the other kids are white masks, and they suck. And everyone else is old and mean." To which Erica responds, "Well, I'm young and mean."
It's true.
He says, "I just just don't die, okay? Can you promise me that?" She says, "Yes, I promise."
Dun dun dun! Something is killing the children.
Me and my monster.
Something is killing the children.
So
that's the end of this episode.
That might be it, because part 2 of Me and My Monster. So part 3 might be her and her monster conflicting again.
That's right. I think I'm right.
Trials.
What should be my punishment if I'm incorrect?
If you're incorrect,
buy you a beer. How about I buy you a beer?
All right.
But if I'm right, you got to buy me a beer.
Yep, you're wrong.
Instantly, you're wrong.
Predetermined.
So, guys, interesting issue. I liked it. Excited for the next one. Like I said, we haven't read ahead, and now I can go ahead and I can read that, and I can be all excited. And what I've been told is that it leaves you with a little bit of a cliffhanger. Which is what a good comic book should do. It should keep you wanting more. Really enjoyed this one. How about you, Rob?
Absolutely. I'm really liking this arc. Getting to know what she had to go through to get into the house is going to be very interesting.
So far, if you had to compare it with the first arc, 1 to 15, what would you say? You liking this a bit more, or?
I'm liking it a bit more. I am.
Yeah. I really liked the first arc. 1 to 15 was fantastic. I am enjoying this. It's a different thing because you already know what happens after this. Right? So you go into it with a mind state of knowing that she survives all of this. So I find that interesting.
But what she has to go through is what I'm interested in seeing.
Yeah.
What did she have to do to get where she was in the first arc?
Yeah. So I hope you guys like that. Like I said before, we're going to be doing one episode at a time now because we're fairly caught up. So yeah, that'll be it today. Other than that, just want to mention that Free Comic Book Day is coming up on the
Yes.
the 11th, I believe, which is a Saturday. I think it's the 11th.
It's 11th or 14th.
Oh no, you're right. I believe it's the 14th. Yeah, so head to your local comic book store. I'm gonna be at Back in Time Comics in Brantford, Ontario. So join me there if you want to. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna be recording, hopefully. So yeah, that's super cool. I will do my best to leave a link below for Back in Time Comics. Also, head over to Fail Dad over on Twitch. That would be Rob Lee's Twitch channel. He doesn't fail as a father. He just fails at games, guys.
Yes.
So go over, give him your advice, and watch
Yes.
him comically
Help me.
fail. Watch him comically fail at these games. It's always a good time. And
Currently playing the game Catherine.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's very weird. And
I'm just going to say.
It's very hard. Help me.
It is. He's on easy, and it's not easy.
No.
So, yeah, go help him out. There's a link in the description below for Fail Dad. Yeah. That's it. That's all we got. Join us in a couple weeks, 2 weekends from now for the next issue of Something is Killing the Children. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us. Bye-bye now. I'm Nerdy Couch.
I'm Rob.
That's Rob Lee. And we're out. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good times. Good times.